can I put this? Areas of concern. We have went through a redistricting, but for most of us, we weren't too much put out our way. However, there are some areas that have been suffering because of how they, on purpose, draw the line, if we should put it that way. And most of all, they allow us to believe that we're all in this together. We're not in this together if we're not voting together. Now, recently there was a redistricting, and I'm in, for instance, Charleston County District 8. And for the most part, our area didn't change. But here's the problem. Not only do some people don't know that their areas lines have been redrawn, but some people don't even know who's their representative. So your representative is the one that governs what goes on in your area, what your needs are, or better yet, what we should do going forward as a community. When the community have needs, that person is the one that hears the concerns of the voters, which is you and me. And if we are not being heard by our representative, then something is very wrong. Our representatives should know every concern for every man, woman, and child. Our representatives should know when we have a need, a dire need. Our representatives should know the answer to those dire needs. And if our representative is not making sure that our needs are being met, then it's time for new representative. It's time for new representation. It's time to get out the vote. It's time to stop sitting on your couch and complaining about what you don't have and what you need to get, when all you have to do is get out and get you a representative that will be there for you. I've recently come into knowing that if we don't come together to find the solution, then we'll never know the answer to the problem. One thing I've learned in the past 2 to 3 weeks is that most people can't even tell me who their representative is. We're in conversation and I'm like, so if you don't even know who your representative is, how do you know they're fixing your problem? Or if your problem is not being met, how do you know how to get your problem solved? You got to be able to trust the one that you're voting into seats to do the job, and not just be someone who has a face or a familiar name, or your cousin know the person, or your next door neighbor know the person, or better yet, your husband once worked with the person. You need to know that that person has a background. No different than if you was to go to the hospital. You're going to do your research before you let a doctor just perform surgery on you. You're not going to just let a doctor perform surgery on you because he's your next door neighbor, or he loaned you $100 one time. You're going to depend on the doctor who can do the job correctly. Well, we're at the segment in our life right now that we can't even waste another minute, another day, or not even another hour. Time is speeding up rapidly. And the more we sit on the do-nothing sidelines, the more nothing will happen. This is one of the reasons why I have came out as an activist in my district to be one of the ones that want to be a voice to the voiceless. I, Reverend Pastor Millicent Trey Middleton, have taken upon myself to announce that I am running for Charleston County District 8. Not only have I proven myself to be diligent to fighting for causes, but I've actually proven myself to make things happen, even though I didn't have a seat at the table. We went to the county building. We went to the state building. We went everywhere pleading our cases. But none of our cases would have been heard if we didn't take it upon ourselves to speak out, even when our representatives was not speaking out for us, for the people, by the people. Guess what? We need to be the people. We need to be the people that we can trust, those who have our best interests at heart. We need to stop voting people into office when they're not going to do the job that they say they're going to do, to make sure that our communities are safe and reliable community that we and our children can trust in. Stay tuned for the next segment. And if you want to reach me by telephone, you can call me at 954-825-8438. Again, that's 954-825-8438. And let's speak about how we can make our community better. Find out if you're in my district, District 8. Find out if the lines have been redrawn around you or it was drawn for you. Find out what we need to do to make our communities much better. And if you want to get a little deeper, then vote for me, Millicent Trey Middleton. And you can reach me on all my platforms at middleton4.org or Middleton for You, SCHS. And this has been another segment of Let's Vent, and I will see you next time.